Save the Children and Uganda Debt Network have released the 2020 report highlighting the status quo of Uganda's public primary schools feeding systems as a major challenge to the program. The study was carried out in 12 schools and in Acholi and in Karamoja sub-regions.
Teachers in public primary schools in northern Uganda are constrained by lack of sufficient funds to enable smooth running of the universal primary education program.
This grant is not enough compared to our enrollment every year. And more so the parents, they are not at the side that this money is not enough for the school to run the school go on well.
We had suggested 20,000 per term, not per annum, at least per term per child, such that when you get the enrollment, you find that when you multiply the enrollment with the 20,000, it will come to a certain figure that might possibly help us to solve some problems.
For over 6 years now, all public primary schools under the UPE program have been eligible to a capitation grant of 7,000 shillings, which was recently increased to 13,000 shillings per pupil per year to cater for instructional materials, co-curricular activities, management, contingency and meals. Civil society organizations say this is unrealistic.
From 1997, it was 7,000. Now it is 13,000. And the increment is about 86% if you calculate simple arithmetic. But again, as the presenter mentioned, inflation has increased by about 75%, meaning the real increment actually for capitation grant is only 10%.
Everyone is calling upon increased participation by the parents. Yes, we need to work with the government to see that this comes out well, and as we deal with issues of education, let them remain education, and we put out issues of politics.
The Commissioner of Basic Education, Tony Mukasa Lusambu, attributes the resource burden highlighted by the report to parents thinking that the UPE program was meant to be entirely free, which is not the case.
Universal primary education is the provision of basic education to all Ugandan children of primary school going age. And in providing this education, the following must be guaranteed: access, equity, quality, and relevance of this education, which should be affordable by the government and the majority of our people. Unfortunately, this definition doesn't have the word free anywhere. So it becomes UPE, Universal Primary Education. It is very, very unfortunate that some stakeholders changed it to be free primary education.
Mr. Lusambu, however, notes that despite the challenges, universal primary education has since 1997 had many successes in the long run, like the reduction of child labor and reduction of ignorance on the killer diseases, thus grooming a healthier population. Wadulo Mark Arnold, UBC News.